What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're finally doing my 500 subscribers special, the Q&A that some of you guys have asked questions on, left some comments on. I really appreciate that. And as of today, right now, March 13th 2018, I just reached 600 subscribers, so I had a huge surplus in subscribers from 500 to 600. It just took me 2 weeks to get to that point, when it took me, you know, what is it, 4 years just to get to 500. So I mean, thank you guys for all the support. I mean, we're just growing. This channel is just growing so much bigger than what I thought it would. And yeah, I'm truly blessed, man. Thank you guys for you know, tuning in all the time, and you know, hearing what I have to say and leaving your feedback and so on and so forth, and liking the video. So go ahead and like this video if you guys liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Also follow my gaming channel in the description below, and let's get right on to the questions. Alright, so the first question is coming from Super Bowl 52 champions, otherwise known as Eagle Speed, the infamous Eagle Speed. He said, were you mad when the Eagles won the Super Bowl this year? And I'll tell you this. I in the beginning, when the Super Bowl was kind of, you know, when everything was set, it was the Eagles versus the Patriots. I was like, okay, I want the Patriots to win, because, you know, I hate the Eagles, and, you know, I want them to have 0 rings for the rest of their career, rest of their franchise's future. That's just how much I don't like the Eagles. But I don't know, as I went around to it and the game started, I was kind of hoping the Eagles won, just because of my hate for Tom Brady. I really don't like Tom Brady. I really don't like the Patriots. And, you know, the Eagles to get a ring, it doesn't really hurt the Giants or, you know, franchise in any way. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, now you can't say anything about Tom Brady, his only weakness being the Giants. And that's fine or whatever. I just think our victories against the Patriots, I think, are just, I'm not gonna say better, but I think it was just closer. It was a lot closer. I mean, the score for you guys was 41-33 or something like that, and you know, we were 17-14, 21-17. I mean, it was a nail biter to the end. You got the helmet catch, you got the Mario Manningham catch, you know, the Plaxico Burress touchdown sealed the deal. Touchdown, and then you got the 2011 Super Bowl when Chase Blackburn got that interception on Robert Gronkowski, and then you got the Hail Mary attempt. You got a whole bunch of stuff that went down in those 2 Super Bowls, and the Giants did it twice. I just held out one finger there. The Giants did it twice, and I'm not gonna take anything away from the Eagles. They did a great job. They stopped, you know, what could have been, you know, Tom Brady's, you know, what was it, his 7th ring or something like that. So, you know, congratulations. Our 6th ring, 7th ring. I can't remember how much rings this guy has. But, anyway, yeah, you stopped Tom Brady doing that. Congratulations. I really don't like Tom Brady. So, anyway, moving on. And to answer your question, Eagle Speed, I'm not really as mad as I thought I would be. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not as mad as I thought I would be. Moving on to the next question. First, we got a comment from Abraham Tovar. He says, congratulations, Kid Blue. Looking forward to the upcoming season. I believe this guy's a Rams fan, so I appreciate you for subscribing to my channel. Even though I'm a Giants fan, I put out Giants news. I'm trying to expand, and I guess this is a product of that. So thank you, Abraham. His question is, what do you think about the Marcus Peters trade to the Rams? I think it was a fantastic trade. I think if you guys can hold down Marcus Peters, and hopefully he doesn't have any on-field or off-field issues like he does have, even coming out of Washington. I mean, this guy was projected to be a you know, a top 15 pick, but I believe he went farther down in the draft because of his issues. I don't think the Chiefs were able to handle that. You know, he's a great player. But for the picks that you got him for, I mean, it was a complete steal as far as talent goes. I really think he's a top 5 corner in this league and could be even better than that. So if you guys could handle that, you know, if the head coach Sean McVay, you know, this young coach, hopefully he can relate to these players a little bit more. If he can get on Marcus Peters' good side, have him behave and stuff like that, I think it'll pay dividends in the future for the Los Angeles Rams. Hunter Does Football. He has 2 questions for me, and I appreciate that, Hunter. First question, he says, which Giants player do you think is going to surprise everyone next season in a positive way? And that is a very good question. A very good question. You guys caught me on the spot with this one. You know who I'm going to say? I'm going to say two players. I'm going to say two players that's going to have a surprise, a good surprise next season. I'm going to say Eli Apple, if he stays on the team. I'm going to say Eli Apple. Eli Apple has a better year than his rookie and his sophomore season. I'll say Eli Apple. And who else? And I'll say Brandon Marshall. I know Brandon Marshall was a big disappointment. A lot of people were thinking about Brandon Marshall, being, an 800-yard receiver and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people still don't like Brandon Marshall. They want us to cut him and save some room on cap. But I think Brandon Marshall will do pretty well this season. And I'll say Eli Apple as well. Next question. Do you have plans going to a Giants game next season? Another question from Hunter Does Football. I live in Florida right now, so it's kind of hard for me to play, to watch games. I did go to the last 2 times that the Giants played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I did go to those 2 games last year when we lost, and the year before that when we won that game. So the year before that, 2 years ago. So yeah, I did go to those games. They play Tampa again, but I believe it's at Giants homes at MetLife, so I won't be able to attend that. And maybe I'll go to a Tampa game just to watch one. But as far as right now, I don't think I'm going to be going up to New York and watching a game. That would just cost an arm and a leg for me. So hopefully, but I don't think so. All right, this one comes from Miguel Gonzalez. He's been with me since 50 subs, and I appreciate that, bro. For the Q&A, have you ever played football, or do you just love the game? Now, I know a lot of people have been wondering this, and I had people ask this question. I just never responded to it, but since it's for the Q&A, I did play football. I played in high school football. See, it's kind of a long story. When I was in elementary school, I just didn't think I was big enough to play football. I'm 5 foot, right? I'm 5 foot, 110 pounds, give or take. So I'm a smaller guy. So I lived in Pennsylvania for a couple years, and I always thought I was too, and plus I wasn't into playing football as I loved watching it. I loved playing it just as a backyard football kind of thing, but I never really got into playing it. I just thought I was too small, and I was looking out for my own health at a young age. But then when I went into high school, I was like, man, I really want to play football, but I was living in New York at the time. I was living in the Bronx, and the school I was going to did not offer a football program, and I was not going to change schools just to play football because I didn't even know if I was going to be any good or not. So my junior year, I actually moved to Florida, and I tried out for the football team. I made it. I was a running back, a scat back type player. I did not get to play in a game. I never got to play in a game because I had to move again. I moved a lot. I went to 3 high schools in my life. I've been to 3 high schools, so I moved around a lot. So I was in West Palm Beach, in Lake Worth. That's why I was a Trojan for them. I played running back, and I never got to play in a career game because I had to move again right before the season started. And I moved to Davenport, the Davenport area. And when I tried to get on the team, it was just too late. The season had already started. By the time I got into school and got everything set up, I did ask the coaches if I could try out for the team. They said they already had like 100 guys on the squad, and they couldn't bring anybody else on the team. So I never got to play in a career game. It's sad, but I got to practice. I got to be in that kind of environment. I got to be one of the guys. And also, after I graduated high school, I did coach football for a little while. I coached Pop Warner, and that was a great experience. I want to get back into that. You guys know, if you guys have been with me long enough, you guys know that I've wanted to coach football for a very long time, and I'm trying to do that. I want to eventually be a coach, a GM, something like that in the NFL one day, hopefully one day. But that's just the first step, and I want to continue coaching. I'm probably going to apply, see what's going on at my old high school and see if I could start coaching there. But yeah, I was a running back, and didn't really get to play in a career game, but it's sad, but it is what it is. But thank you for the question though, and I also love the game a lot more too. So I'm gonna be getting back into coaching very soon. Okay, so this one comes from NYPD. He says, who's your number 1 QB in this year's draft class? And that's very hard for me because I'm not sold on any one of the quarterbacks in this draft. And if you ask me, I think my favorite to watch, I think it's got to be Baker Mayfield, in my opinion. I think he's the most accurate. I know he's the most accurate quarterback in this draft. This guy can hit anybody at any place. He has a decent arm, and he's mobile. He makes plays. He's a fun character. I just love Baker Mayfield. But if you ask me, who's right now the better quarterback, I know Josh Rosen is like the big name in everybody's mouth right now. But I'm going to say Sam Darnold. I just think he is the most balanced quarterback in this draft. I know Josh Rosen plays out of the pro system in UCLA, so I know he does some of that. He's more NFL ready. But I just think Sam Darnold has, the ability. I think Josh Rosen is a immobile, very vulnerable, and very fragile quarterback. I think he gets injured a lot. The only problem I have with Sam Darnold is, his fumbles and his turnovers in general. It's just not good. But as far as Sam Darnold goes, I think he's the most balanced quarterback in this draft. If you ask me who has the better potential in this draft, I mean, it has to be Josh Allen. I think he's the biggest project of a quarterback that's going to be going in the first round that you've ever seen. I mean, this guy does not have it all together, but yet he's a potential #1 overall pick just because of his potential in the long run. He has a huge arm. His accuracy isn't all there, but he's a big quarterback. He's mobile. What is he, 6'4", 220 or something like that? He's around Carson Wentz's measurables. And, he's a bigger quarterback that's mobile. I mean, what else do you want? And he can throw lasers on the run. But as far as right now, I think my favorite to watch back in college, and my favorite in the NFL, someone who I'm going to be rooting for in the NFL, is definitely Baker Mayfield. So I hope that answers your question. I'm not really sold on any quarterback in this draft, to be honest. So next question comes from Marvin Charles. This one says, so what's going on with the running back situation? Now, Orleans Darkwa, as of right now, has not been signed. Hopefully he does not get signed to a team. I mean, he's looked at right now as one of the top running backs in the free agent market right now, right behind, Jeremy Hill and Carlos Hyde and Dion Lewis. Guys, it looks like we might be getting rid of Orleans Darkwa. I don't want to. There's also some talk that Dave Gettleman is interested in Dion Lewis and Jonathan Stewart. So there's that. I don't know. Paul Perkins, I think we should get what we can for him. If we could trade him for a quick 7th round pick, 6th round pick, I think he's a lost cause. I just don't like Paul Perkins. He needs to leave. Wayne Gallman, I think he's a excellent change of pace back. I think he's going to provide a great complement to any running back that comes in, whether it's Jonathan Stewart or we draft a guy like Darius Geis or whoever it is, or Saquon Barkley. But I'm just not, I don't think we'll get Saquon because of Cleveland at #1. I really want Saquon, but Cleveland at #1 doesn't seem likely that we'll land him. So the running back situation, I think it's going to get a little better. But, as far as right now, Wayne Gallman is really the only guy that we have right now. Shane Vereen is not going to get re-signed, I hope. Paul Perkins is there, but he's not there at the same time. So Wayne Gallman is really looked at as the guy right now. But I'm sure he won't be the starter coming into the season. So thanks for the question. Next question, I believe this is my last question. I'm looking down my thing here. Sometimes my YouTube comments don't all show up. So if you guys left a question, I apologize. I couldn't get to it. But this one comes from my guy, save the best for last, my guy, Terrabelly TB, Giants Mafia. Said, great job, Kid Blue. Keep up the good work. I have 2 questions. What's your favorite video game franchise? And what's your favorite Giants regular season game? Now, my favorite video game franchise, man, that's a hard question because, I don't know. As far as franchises go, I don't play them as much as I used to. You like your Call of Duties, like your Battlefields, like your Assassin's Creed, those kind of franchises. I've been playing Fortnite absolutely heavy right now. That's been my go-to game. Fortnite, Players Unknown, PUBG. I've been playing Rainbow Six. I love Rainbow Six. I don't know if you consider Rainbow Six a franchise. I didn't really play too much of the older ones. And if you want to put Madden in there, I guess I play Madden. I've been playing Madden since I was a kid. So, I don't know. I guess you have to put Madden in there as one of my favorite video game franchises. But do you really want to call that a franchise? Call of Duty is up there. The older Call of Duty games. I haven't been playing the new ones. I know World War II is good, but it's just I don't know. I get bored of it too quickly. And what I have to say. I say I'm gonna lock in like Assassin's Creed. I think every Assassin's Creed, in my opinion, was just a fun experience for me. I've yet to play Origins. I have Origins, but I haven't beaten Syndicate yet, and I have to get around to doing that. But I want to beat Syndicate first, and then go on to Origins. I just can't play a game that I haven't beat the prequel for. So as far as that goes, I'd say Assassin's Creed is probably my favorite video game franchise. As far as my favorite regular season game for the Giants, you know, a lot of people are going to say all these other regular season games from like back in the 1990s or whatever, but I'm a younger guy. You know, I barely remember games. As far as the regular season goes, man, what could a great regular season game? A great regular season game. Man, if you ask me, I don't know. I don't really know if I have a favorite regular season game, because really, if you think about it, I don't think the Giants really had any really memorable regular season games in my recent memory. I mean, you know, I was like, I don't know, maybe there's older games back then, you know, probably like 2005 or something like that. You know, how old was I? I was like 7 years old in like 2005, so I don't remember games from the top of my head that, you know, that I remember completely. Like, you know, the Super Bowls are different and playoff wins are different. Like, you know, when we went in 2007 when we went to Green Bay, or, you know, the Super Bowl, both Super Bowls, 42 and 46. So I don't know. I can't think of any regular season game from the top of my head that I really like enjoyed. I'm not sure, but thank you for the question, Terrabelli. I can't think of any from the top of my head. Maybe it'll come to me at one time, but I don't know. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Maybe I'll do one for my 1,000 subscriber special, or maybe I'll do something different. You guys let me know. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.